Singapore's just not for me.
If,
Do better. Okay.
Lawrence Wang is here, like, Sean, what can we improve?
Oh
what would
my
you say?
God. I think that Singapore has always had a good...
Welcome back to my channel. Today, my guest is a little bit different because Sean actually is a patient of ours.
Yes, that's right. Hi.
So how long you been seeing Dr. Jeff?
So I actually came in to get my back sorted out by Doc Adam.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So our previous chiropractor.
Doc Adam, and then when Doc Adam left, he referred me to Dr. Jeff, and then Dr. Jeff has been taking care of me ever since. So I want to thank Dr. Jeff for taking good care of me.
What is the problems initially you come in?
When I came over to Singapore for the first time, I started working here. So strangely, I started having this weird lower back pain that kind of stemmed from me sleeping on a pretty terrible mattress. Okay. So I thought it doesn't matter, the mattress will basically soften out and I'll be fine or whatever. Yeah. But then it got so bad, I think just recently, reason why I also wasn't able to have the session with you a little bit earlier was because I completely contracted a really, really horrible back pain.
Oh, okay.
So it was so debilitating that I wasn't even able to move or get up or do anything. Oh, yeah. Like my whole right arm was basically just strengthless. So Dr. Jeff got me sorted out, and that's how I'm actually able to do the show with you, right?
He's like getting better with your back, like hoping you're getting better with your back. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, also just to let you know, I changed my mattress, so I'm good to go.
Good. At least you're taking some actions.
Have to take that actions, man. Have to take that action.
To improve your lifestyle.
Yes.
Have you been exercising?
Dr. Jeff knows that I take a lot of advice from him when it comes to doing exercise. So he's helped me with certain diet plans. He's also helped me with certain advice in terms of lifting heavy. But then at the moment, I'm currently doing more running now.
Good,
so I do more running, more cardio than anything else. So I'm sticking to that for a while to reduce my body fat count. That's the plan.
Good. Actually, if you want to have a stronger body, just exercise, eat healthy, sleep better.
And lift heavy.
And less stress from work. Yep. So, Sean, you have been in Singapore for how long?
This will be my 6th year in Singapore. I came over in November 2019 and was working here for all these years.
But what were you doing?
So I actually got in with working with a company that was doing IT projects for the Singapore government. So that's how I basically got in and learned up the work ethic over here, learned up new technologies over here. What's being used over here more than anything else, specifically cloud technology. So I was basically picking up on that, and then after that I moved on. I think after about a few years like that, once I got my PR, I basically moved on. And then I landed...
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The PR is a difficult process.
Thank you very much. Yes, it was a rather tumultuous process, but it's all right. Got it settled, so on to the next,
Yeah. So you were working in Malaysia before you founded this job.
That's right. So I was actually working as an IT engineer in Malaysia for about 10 years.
So working culture-wise, any difference?
Oh!
I guess we're getting this.
Okay. Yes. A lot of difference. We're over here, we're a little bit more critical on things. Okay. Like really critical. And because of the criticality of how we look at things, certain people just can't really deal with it. It adds on to the stress. It is a different learning curve. It is a different situation to be in. And most people, it's either they power through it and they learn up more and they add more value to themselves and they rise above it, or they just say, Singapore's just not for me.
In Singapore, many of us work hard and care for our family, and push through pain every day is normal. At my clinic, we meet people just like you, high functioning, high stress, and secretly very, very tired. And very sick and tired of pain in the joints, and secretly tired from nagging pain in your neck, back, even in your arms and extremities. With just 20 minutes per week, chiropractic care can help you to relieve all those pressures. Chiropractic care can help you to feel more energized, focused, but most importantly, pain-free. For all my followers out there, I'm offering a one-time free AI posture check at my clinic. No pressure, and just want to let you know we're here to help. For more information, you can check out the description box. Back to the video. Some people have tried it 1 to 2 years, they cannot adapt.
Yeah, I think it basically just depends on the person and their responsibilities and what they want out of life. So it's a little bit when you got that sorted out, what you want and how you want to actually proceed with things, then no matter what, they will power through it.
Okay.
And they will rise above the challenge that's being put in front of them.
Okay.
But sometimes it can be a little bit too much for them, and they will not have the mental space to be able to assess the situation properly and figure out a way around it, or figure out a way above it, or how to get better, so then they are able to raise up to the challenge. And sometimes you just can't, maybe because certain personal issues, maybe you're too tired.
Did that happen to you? Did you have a hard time in the
Over in
beginning?
Singapore?
Yeah.
I did, especially for my first year. But I'm a tough nut to crack. So
Nothing can break me.
Oh, well, I won't say nothing can break me. Well, when I was younger, I would actually agree on that one. I'd be like, nothing can crack me. I got that iron will in me, right? But as I went older, as I became older, I realized that now there are certain things I got to be a little bit more mindful.
Definitely.
Got to be a bit more mindful. But I do my best to be as resilient as I can, one step at a time.
How do you find that resilience in you? You know, like right now, I think we're living in a very weird time, right?
Yeah.
There's so much uncertainties, and you see the news, it's like tariff, economic slowdown, rising cost, less job opportunities. So in midst of all that, how do you find so-called stabilities or maybe optimisms?
So that's an interesting question, because everybody has their own formula on dealing with this. So for me specifically, I usually, number one,
Say a prayer. We should get into our
say a prayer.
next segment. Is
Yeah,
the reason we picked Sean is this is brand new information to me when I was talking to you, is because you are original from India.
No, I'm not from India, I'm Malaysia, right?
No, yeah,
so,
Malaysia,
but
by your parents.
But because we Malayalis came basically from Kerala, so my family basically is, I think, second or third generation from Kerala to Malaysia, and they set up shop in Malaysia. They had their families over in Malaysia and things like that. And
so that's the interesting part, because I thought
the whole family is basically Roman Catholic, right? Because in Kerala, when I'm not wrong, the predominant religion in Kerala is Roman Catholic.
So it was, for me, it was like first Indian person who's not Hindu.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And
Like,
to a lot of viewers who are actually watching this, yes, there are Indians that are
not Hindu. It's so strange.
Yes.
So then I find out, so how did the Catholic ends up in India, and how you adapt. You still can practice
in Catholicism in
Malaysia.
Yes, that's right.
So any difference between how you practice your faith in Malaysia compared to Singapore?
I think when it comes to practicing the faith, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But it's more of over here. I really feel it's a lot more.
So easier to practice.
It feels so easy to be a Catholic in Singapore.
Do you mind to share a bit more?
So one clear example, right, would be the fact that, let's just say if in Malaysia, right, you want to go for maybe the 8 o'clock mass in the morning, and you can't wake up. Maybe you
Too tired.
you went out clubbing, you had a massive rager last night, and you
Yeah.
can't wake up for the 8 o'clock mass, right? So majority of the time, most people say, fine, you know what, let me just sober up and I'll go for the evening mass. That's so many hours later. Singapore, if you miss your 8 o'clock mass, you just have to walk maybe 10 minutes away, or 5 to 10 minutes away, and there's another church that basically has a mass probably at 9:30 or 9 o'clock. So it's so easy. It's like, frequency of masses in Singapore is also quite a lot. So, honestly speaking, there's no excuse for you not to go to mass.
Exactly, for any Catholic
There's
Christian.
no excuse for you not to go to mass
who's
unless you don't want to, but hey, that's up to you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you cannot say that, I cannot find.
We have that, and then on top of that, I also do my best to do a little bit of volunteer work for the Catholic churches. So specifically, I spend more time with in the Carmelite monastery. So praying there is also really good.
So you'll go there physically.
Go there
to the
physically,
church
help them out.
Yeah.
Do certain odd jobs for them. Help out the nuns over there, and they're good people. They've helped me out with a lot of existential crisis and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
So you do seek wisdom guidance
Religiously, yes.
religiously.
Yeah,
So what was
religiously,
the biggest feedback from the biggest impact?
I guess being able to center myself and being able to find that peace, and I can have that in Singapore, and that I think is so special.
Okay.
It's very special.
What do you mean by that? Find that peace.
So That's a good question. Like, okay, let me try and see if I can explain this as well as I can. So, over in Malaysia, I feel that there are a lot of external factors that come in. And those external factors can usually tend to dampen you out.
Okay.
And it will make you feel a little drained, to be honest with you. But in Singapore, you don't really feel that. There's just something along the lines when you just walk over and you just walk around the neighborhoods or whatever, and something just clicks. You go to the church and you start to pray. Wait a minute, this is different. You get that feeling. So it's a bit difficult to explain it or verbalize it, but you feel different. You just feel different.
They're all teaching the same doctrines, same messages.
Yeah, that's right.
But
I guess the perception might be different as well. That is one difference that I do see. Singapore, from what I can see, especially when you listen to the homilies that's actually done over here, is well thought out. Like very well thought out.
Okay.
It touches you. It really reaches into you. And not to say that the priests in Malaysia, they can't really do the same. I mean, some of them do the same, but my perspective, I think it happens more frequently in Singapore compared to Malaysia.
Okay, so then we circle back to the questions. How do you find grounding in a situation of uncertainty? How do you find resilience in the world super weird time right now?
So one part of it is, of course, prayer, like I mentioned. Next part is trying to understand and get a grasp on the situation that is actually happening. You tend to do a lot of more research, like as to why this is happening. What is the cause and effect of those situations or of those things? And then you will end up going into a journey where you basically look into history. What was the situation back then? How were the people dealing with things like this back then? And you see the outcome of it. So a lot of projections you'll be able to map out. And then you'll be able to have a very, very relatively good grasp on the situation. And then you finally be able to see whether you'll be able to see whether it really does directly impact you or indirectly impact you, or it does not impact you.
Any examples you share?
So,
It can be bit-
since you basically talked about the tariff sections and stuff, so on the side, I basically, just like everyone else who basically has time in their hands, they would definitely step into investments, do a bit of research on investments and look into investments and stuff. So your tariffs, your money or currency exchange, your money flows, your GDPs will all be something that you basically look into, especially when you're going to investments and stuff. So basically puts you in a state where you'll be able to project to see whether if you're going to put your money here, am I going to make profit or not? If you're going to put your money there, are you going to make profit or not? So when it's a lot of uncertainty, and if you are not sure, and of course, rule of thumb, you don't have any money to lose, put your money in a place where it's safe and you always get steady returns.
Do you put your money in CPF?
I have to. It's
Beside the mandatory sum.
Oh, before the mandatory? Nah, I think the mandatory is actually enough for me. I was thinking about it. I'm still deciding whether I should actually put in extra for my CPF. But at the moment, I think...
Guarantee 3%.
I know, dude. It's pretty good. In Malaysia, we got something that kind of guarantees you 6%.
Oh, really?
But the problem with that is it's so difficult to get in.
Oh,
it's so difficult to actually...
Everybody.
It's not really for everybody. So it just depends on the available... units that's available for them.
So you've been in Singapore for 6 years, and there's many great things. I'm sure there are other things Singapore can do better, or any. If
do better. Okay.
Lawrence Wang is here. Like, Sean, what can we improve?
Oh
what would
my
you say?
God! I think that Singapore has always had a good understanding on where they are and where they want to go.
Yeah.
That is what I've seen. So with their 50-year plan and things like that, they have that thought process in place already, and that's good enough. When you have that thought process in place, you will always tend to look for improvements.
Yeah.
Always you look for areas of improvements. And that is what it takes to basically keep improving. What are the areas for improvement? It depends. Some people will feel that this specific area needs to be improved, and then they will talk more on it. But for me, right, I come from Malaysia, so
Is the standard
I'm like,
different?
yeah, I come from Malaysia, so for me, my standards are pretty low. My standards are pretty low. I'm basically like, they have this here, okay, Ken, I'm happy.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm good to go. Like this is just a 10 minutes walk from my place. I'm good to go. I'm happy. Okay. I don't have to like get a Grab and travel 40 minutes to get stuck in a jam and stuff like that. I can just walk over and I'm like, hey, I'm here already, right? I don't have to go to a place that's completely out of the way. But of course, granted, right, the benefit of me having this, because Singapore is a pretty small country.
Yeah.
And I feel that that's a major strength, especially for people, easy to reach around, Like, to be honest, right, if I want to travel, say, from Jurong right over to Punggol, right, it's probably, I think, if there's no traffic or whatever, and especially if you're on a Grab, it's probably, I think, 20 minutes to 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes or maybe 45 minutes if you drive. Let's not talk about taking the MRT right now. I'll just drive.
Yeah.
But if I compare that same section with Malaysia, dude, I could be in a jam for about an hour. Let's just say I want to go, like, from my house to perhaps maybe Bukit Bintang or something. Damn, it's crazy packed. It's at 11 o'clock at night and it's still jammed.
I mean, that's the common things we
right?
find out.
So, there's this rule of thumb that we basically have is that you never drive down to KL. You never drive, you if you want, you just get a Grab over or you take the public transport and stuff like that.
Oh, never. So you had a pretty interesting work experience because, so a few months ago, this is how I find out Sean has worked with the National Stadium.
I was
working.
Basically working in the National Stadium of Singapore. Yes,
yeah.
It was fun. Good time.
Because a couple months ago, Lady Gaga was there, so that's what I did. Find out. Oh my God! So did you watch all the Taylor Swift concert?
Yeah, I was there for the past 6 days. It was wild. Oh my
People
God.
pay money for it, and you can get it for free. But it's work, right?
Oh yeah, it's work. It's definitely work. Basically, I'll basically running the infrastructure over in the National Stadium over there. So yes.
Anything I think a lot of people didn't know. Like I didn't know when you tell me about Sherman Memorial National Stadium and the technology behind it.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I think if you go down to the SG Stadium Instagram account, you'll be able to see that. And I think there's a documentary out there about how the National Stadium was really built, and then seeing that live and seeing that being, seeing that like right in my face was amazing.
Okay.
It was really amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything you want to share? Like
oh my God.
The layman's out there.
I think the most because my tenure over there was just for about a year. So I experienced the whole craziness that was the Taylor Swift situation over there. And yeah, I mean, long story short, it was a spectacle, that's for sure. I mean, not the concert, but the amount of people that turned up. I mean, I do have reservations for the concert because I came in wearing an Incubus t-shirt, so no Swiftie, just to get that straight. But yeah, the love that she was shown, that's an amazing sight, man.
So I think every stadium safety was probably...
Oh, safety was prime.
So did they prepare?
They definitely prepared. They have to.
In case of some kind of threat, fire, natural disaster.
That's how it's always been. I mean, the thought process that the team on the ground basically does is a lot. And there are a lot of things that the team on the ground, nobody knows what they do. But it's a lot of work. Okay. And all to make sure that the people that actually come into the stadium, they're all safe.
For example,
okay, let's move away from Taylor Swift because I know you're a Swiftie. So
no, I'm not. I'm impressive.
Let's move away from Taylor Swift. Let's talk a little bit about the Pope coming down to
yes, that was last year.
Yeah. The preparations for that was done as well as it could be. Seeing all those preparations done was really awe-inspiring, to be honest. How they made sure that every inch was taken care of properly. Your crowd control was done so well. Your crowd control was done really well. Shout out to the folks over in Chasm side to basically, get your volunteers to basically help out and things like that. I think that they're not volunteers. They're basically employed by them. So, they were all on the ground, like making sure people were going through properly. And it happens at every single show. These people work hard to make sure that they're able to cater to the attendees that are coming in. I mean, of course, you got some attendees that, take it for granted and stuff, and that's everywhere.
Yeah.
But shout out to these people on the ground that are working, man. They are really, really hardworking folks.
So I noticed the one thing they did quite interesting is the circular entrance and exit, right?
Yep.
Dilute the crowd. So I thought that was quite smart. Like, designate a gate for you to go. So it's not
correct.
just a
if I'm not mistaken, there should be about 21
point.
gates.
Yeah.
21 or 22. I think it's 22 gates.
And you can enter from...
Each of them, well, it depends on the kind of ticket that you bought. So if you bought a specific ticket, they will basically send you to this particular gate for you to actually go through. And then you go through a ticketing machine. Once you clear, then you go through.
Yeah. I find it's like not like one choke point.
No, there's no choke point. Nope. If there is a choke point, I think it will probably be, for crowd control purposes. But they make it comfortable for you. So even if you do go out, you'll probably end up over in the Kelang Alive. Sorry, the Kelang Wave Mall. The Kelang Wave Mall. And so then yes, that's right. And getting transportation from there is also really, really solid because Stadium MRT can get you out of there in like what, 20 minutes?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. What about if you are in a car? Like, is there
I think parking over there is a little bit difficult. Yeah, parking is definitely a little bit difficult, but as it should be. But we basically make it such a way where people can just take a public transport over there.
Okay.
And then you
leave your car at home, leave your car somewhere else. Yeah.
Because
don't jam pack.
Because if parking, if I remember correctly, it's a bit far for you to park.
Yeah.
Or you park over in the mall as well.
Mall further, which is not very.
There are two shopping malls over there. One is the Leisure Park Mall, and then the other one is the Kelang Wave Mall. Yeah.
So is semi-open, right? Kind of, and Singapore is so hot.
Yep.
So how does it make everybody comfortable inside?
So I remember that we'll talk about the rain part first. So
we'll talk
about the rain part first. So the stadium basically can shut its domes and then open up. That is definitely something that they've actually done. I remember when Coldplay came down, I think Chris Martin basically I wasn't working at the stadium at the time, but I actually went for the show over there, and that basically happened. So that was interesting because I think they didn't really close it properly, or the lineman ran a bit. I don't know what happened.
And then he just happened to be in that gap.
Yeah, I was playing the piano right. I was like, whoops.
Oh no.
Yeah. But Chris Martin is pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Chris Martin is pretty cool.
If it rains, it covers for the performance, obviously.
It just cover up or whatever. Yeah. But sometimes they do open it up to air out the place, especially when it gets a bit too hot. Then they definitely open it up. Yeah.
Any air circulation?
Yes, there is the air circulation module that they basically kept over the place is awesome. But more information of that can actually be gotten from the documentary because they basically show you how they basically built everything. Right. So I can't remember where that documentary was, but I think you can actually find that documentary on YouTube.
Yeah.
It was how Singapore basically first had the indoor stadium, and then how they were wanting to build this national stadium. So they did the whole groundwork and they documented all of that. And I think that if you go over to the national stadium, there is a section over there where you can actually go and see how things were back in those days and how it is now.
Did they build that in preparation of maybe hold Olympic one day, one year in the future?
I'm not sure. Yeah. But I did.
Because you have the OCPC aquatic for the water sport. You also have the Sentosa for any sort of oceanic related sport. There's a full-size football stadium.
Yes, that's right.
For rugby as well.
Well, so I think that's a question more for...
Is that their goal? One year in the future?
Well,
that would be
coming from an outsider's perspective, and because now I'm an outsider, right?
Yeah.
So coming from an outsider's perspective, I think so.
Yeah.
And that would be a really good thing to see.
That's a very wonderful thing.
That would be a really good thing to see.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah, and I think that they did have this in mind. It really seems like they did have this in mind.
Yeah, because you think about it, if Singapore get the opportunity to hold Olympics, transportation-wise, you have world-class airport, flight terminal, maybe by the time we can hold. Yeah. Flight, absolutely no issues.
Yep.
Then you have infrastructures with a fantastic public transportation.
Yes.
It's just, do they have enough room and hotel to host all these influx of people?
I think they're growing to accommodate that. It seems like it.
Yeah. Or maybe a World Cup, but we never can.
No, I'm not a soccer fan, but everybody becomes a soccer fan once it hits World Cup.
Oh
right?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Especially during the final matches and stuff like that. Everybody's like, wake up 2 a.m. and watch the match and stuff. Yeah.
So you've been here 6 years, so maybe you also applied and got your PR. So you have intention to be here for
a very long time.
Yeah.
Yep. I intend to be here basically, yes.
Yeah. What make you wanted to make this your forever home?
Okay, the good thing is, well, we'll never really know where we're going to go at the end of the day, right? But for now, at this moment, yes. Because from the progression that I'm seeing around the world, right, Singapore is the best place for you to be at the moment.
Yeah.
It really is.
What do you mean by that?
So, like what you mentioned just now, there's so much uncertainty over around the world. Singapore is doing its best to basically make sure that there is certainty here, right? And I know a lot of agencies out there are basically working very hard to make sure that that certainty is maintained. And we can see a lot of people on the ground that's actually doing that. So, yeah, they're doing their best to make sure that that certainty is. Of course, a lot of things is pretty uncertain, but
exactly.
It is something that a lot of people are actually trying to make sure, and they are trying to protect that certainty.
Okay. What kind of a future do you want to see in Singapore?
Oh, that's a good one.
Like 5-10 years later, imagine Singapore is a person, it has 60 years being independent, its own country. I mean, this is just a small milestone for many more in the future. So what would you like to see for next 5, 10, 20?
Honestly speaking, at the rate Singapore is going, I think, I guess, I'll be really honest with you. That's a super tough question for me to ask. Because to me, I feel that they're already doing so well, right? I see that they're doing so well, and they're still constantly wanting to push that envelope and constantly do better. Constantly, how would I put it? Basically, trying to constantly be better. So I feel that they would definitely be better than what they are 10 years from now. Faster, maybe, much more efficient transportation. They will definitely be even more efficient with transportation. They will probably work out a lot of, I guess, administrative stuff cleared up, into doing things that basically when you need to fill up a form, maybe for kids who need to go to school or whatever, you just have to click 5 times and everything just go through.
Hey, that would be very good. All the government if anyone from the government tax, make sure all the form is 5 click. Yeah, that would be quite amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I think to be honest, they actually definitely. I know for a fact that they would move into that.
Oh, 5 click. Is it?
I hope so.
Done.
Yeah, I hope so. I thought it was already that way. I know 3 to 4 years ago it wasn't, but I know currently it is.
Wow, that would be really something though. Administration, that would
be something that they would definitely improve on. A lot of things. I mean, they're already bringing in a lot of good quality food. The way they handle the foods in Singapore is also really good. I mean, it's so easy for you to get your protein intake in Singapore as well.
Was it not easy? I mean, we got our chicken from Malaysia.
I mean, you get your chicken from Malaysia, it's fine. But let's just say you need your protein bar. You just walk into a 7-Eleven and you get your protein bar.
Are there not protein bar in Malaysia?
Nope. Not that
Really?
Not that I've seen. I mean, you can't get protein bars in 7-Eleven in Malaysia. You do get that also even, I think just recently, you do get your protein drinks, like I think 30 grams of protein, you basically get it over there. Yeah. But even then, I think it's scarce. Maybe you got only like one brand over here. You got a selection over here.
People in Malaysia don't eat. I mean, they work out, right?
Of course they do.
Yeah.
But they get their proteins and stuff like that from other places.
Yes.
I mean, it's not as convenient over here. Like over there, you probably have to maybe go on Lazada and just buy it off or something like that. But for me, I can just walk downstairs and just buy my protein bar and I'm good to go.
Okay. That's interesting. Well, thank you, Sean, for your candid conversations.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate being here.
Yeah. Thank you for viewers to tuning in. If you like what you see, please making sure subscribe, share, and comment below. Give us your thoughts, like what you think about that. And if I can find a documentary about national state, I'll definitely.
You know what? I'll find it for you and I'll send it to you.
There goes.
I'll just send it to you. I'll send it to you.
So we can take a look in that. It's quite amazing. If you get a chance to attend an event or see a concert, whatever case, it's a quite amazing infrastructure. Yeah. Thank you again, Sean, for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, viewer, for your time. As always, I'll see you next time.